defensive touchdowns, crazy comebacks, and it's not over yet. Hi there, everybody. Welcome into Undisputed on this Monday. I'm Jen Hale. That is Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Hi, guys. How are we today?
We're doing great. Happy MLK Day to everyone out there.
Yeah.
Hopefully you enjoying. We had to come to work today. It was there at home.
No, we got to come to work.
Oh, we got to come to work. Okay,
That's
how we look at it. We look at it.
And by the way, it has always enhanced the celebration of MLK Day.
Yes.
The NBA has gone a 9-game wall-to-wall showcase. But tonight, for the first time ever, we cap it off with a GOAT game. We got Cowboys at GOAT.
You see that you ruined it.
There we go.
LeBron played the Rockets tonight. That's the GOAT. You see it last night? We didn't win, but did you see him?
I couldn't see him at the end because he didn't get to touch the basketball. I don't know what happened.
I know you killed Russ, did you?
Yeah.
What'd you tweet?
We'll talk about it in a few minutes.
I know you did something.
Unfortunately, they're becoming irrelevant.
No, that's never happened.
Okay.
That record's still out there, right?
It's
okay, so
right
it's very irrelevant.
He's getting there fast.
You see that?
Woo, did I?
Gentlemen, I'm going to get to your thoughts on MLK Day just a little bit later in the show, but I got to start with these games from yesterday because they were incredible, Saturday and Sunday. All right, so the Vikings upset yesterday by the G-Men, 31-24. Minnesota had the ball with under 2 minutes left. Kirk Cousins, though, could not convert a fourth down attempt, completing a pass short of the line to T.J. Hawkinson. Shannon, what is the biggest reason the Giants won?
Daniel Jones looked like a top 5 quarterback. He looked like the quarterback they selected with the 5th overall pick, and a lot of people questioned that selection. But since that Brian Daboll, has arrived, Skip, he's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's played very, very well. And yesterday, Skip, I think the thing, they have these stats, yard over what was expected.
Yeah.
What about play over what was expected? I don't think anybody expected Daniel Jones to play this well. When you look at it, he's the first quarterback to throw for over 300 yards and rush for 70 yards in a game. That lets you know in the history of the NFL, he's the first to do it in a playoff game, Skip. So I think that speaks volume to the type of game that he had. He was phenomenal. And the Vikings did not account for the man's legs. They had some great design runs, but Brian Daboll told him, if your first read isn't there, take off. And Skip, he pieced him out so many times, I think he had over 70 yards rushing.
71, yep.
And he's a lot.
Sorry, 78. Yeah.
He's a lot faster than Skip. When you look at him, you're like, they can't run. But you watch him in some of these clips, Skip, he's pulling away from people.
I agree. he timed 4.7 at the combine. He looks a little faster.
Yeah. He looks like he. But Skip, he made great throws. He ran the ball well, and he protected the football. And that's been the knock on him. There's been several times he's led the league in fumbles lost. He's a high turnover guy. But yesterday, he was flawless. I don't know if he can play any better. And, I keep one eye on the Giants game. But this might be the best game that I've seen him play. Given the magnitude and the stakes that were involved in this game, Skip, it's hard to say Daniel Jones has played another game. Now, Skip, when you look at the stats, it wasn't like Cousins played awful. He was 31 of 39, 273, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Yep.
But he didn't do anything spectacular.
No.
Daniel Jones was spectacular. And sometimes when a guy opposing you is doing things spectacular, you've got to match him. And he didn't match. And I don't know what the hell that Skip. On 3rd and 12, why the hell would you ever throw the ball 6 yards? You thought the guy was going to break like 15 tackles and get a first down? Damn, at least throw it 10. And maybe he can fight and stretch and do something. But you throw the ball 6 yards. And then he looks around and he unfastens his helmet like, what happened? Bruh, did you realize that? But this is not about Cousins. This is not about, and then the Giants, Skip, the Giants put a meme up, and they had Daniel Jones with all the chains. But you can't have nothing. That's why we can't have nice things. Yeah. Now they got Vanilla Vic, and now they got 2 chains, 3 chains Daniel Jones.
Yep.
But he played phenomenal. The Giants were phenomenal. Skip, they had 4 drives of at least 75-yard touchdowns. I thought, look at Minnesota. Open the game up with a touchdown. Giants says, hold my beer. Right back at you. Stop them, right back at you. This was a complete game. And, hey, after what I saw them do with their backups to the Eagles, when the Eagles had to have that game in Jalen Hurts, I give them a real good chance to go in there and do something really special, Skip. That's just me.
I, for once, am with everything you just said, including your conclusion. I think the Eagles are about to have their hands full of Giants. I think the Eagles are on the precipice of cry, Eagles cry.
Build upset alert.
Whew, are they? So, big picture for me, this game was about the emergence and arrival of the Giants quarterback, and it was about same old Kirk Cousins. Because when you most need him to rise and shine, he will disappoint you every time. He has now fallen to 1-4 in the postseason. That's who he is and who I think he will always be. And to your point, he's going to make some plays. He's going to make a lot of plays. In fact, looking at my sheet here, is this possible? Kirk Cousins had a better QBR than Daniel Jones yesterday. He had an 85, which is very high, to Daniel Jones' 81, which should have been higher in my estimation, because the great stat is that for the first time in NFL playoff history, we just witnessed a quarterback throw for over 300, have 2+ touchdown passes, and run for 70+ yards. That's never, ever happened in the history of the NFL playoffs, and Daniel Jones did just that.
Right.
So for me as a Cowboy fan, I did a quick step-back tweet very early in the game after he'd made a nice run. And I said, I've really come to admire him because for 4 long years, he's had to withstand the New York media beating. And it's inhuman what happens.
He deserved it, though.
I know. He was asking for it. He was asking for it. And he's going through all kinds of different coaches, including Joe Judge, some special teams coach.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Okay, that was a problem. And all of a sudden, out of heaven into Daniel Jones' lap falls Brian Daboll. He knows how to coach a quarterback. He knows how to prop one up and make him realize, hey, you could do this and you can do that, and you're really good at this. So why don't we do this and that and this and that? Let's see if we can put you in the perfect positions to succeed. And slowly but surely, you could see him getting a hold of it until over the last, month, 6, 7 games?
Yeah, at least.
He just took off right before your very eyes. And I concluded in my tweet, I don't fear him as a Cowboy fan, although at the end of the game I was starting to think maybe I should. But I said I don't fear him, but I've come to respect him. Because going into the year, which you well should have done, you kept saying, well, I got to go with the Cowboys because Dak's the best quarterback in the division.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, here came Jalen Hurts, and then here, out of nowhere, came Daniel Jones.
Yes.
Well, look, he's 6 feet 5 inches tall. He weighs 235 pounds. He runs whatever he runs. It looks like he runs 4.5 now. He has athletic ability. He has some takeoff ability where he can really gash you with his legs.
Would you fight me if I said he's the second most athletic quarterback in that division behind Hurts?
No. How could I?
You could.
I would have in Dak's early days, but he's been battered, and he doesn't look sudden anymore.
He's very reluctant to run, and when he does run, he looks like he's laboring.
He's lumbering and laboring. I would agree. So congratulations to Daniel Jones for surviving the onslaught and thriving in New York in that media market to where, yes, as Saquon said after the game, he's become elite. I'm not sure I could go top 5, but
he played like one yesterday. I don't know.
It was a top 5-ish kind of a game. Okay, so to your point, they had gone in there fairly recently on Christmas Eve, and it had taken a 61-yard field goal to beat them. So they went in with high confidence. It's not the same, but it was almost like the Giants in 07. They played the heck out of the Patriots in the last game. They lost 38-35. So it gave them great confidence going into the Super Bowl, which obviously wound up 17-14, a much lower score. But they felt good about themselves. And you could see from jump yesterday, even though Cousins goes right down at 7-0, but Daniel Jones said, no, I got this. I can move the ball like crazy against them. And here they came, and they just slowly but surely. Daniel Jones' body language was like, I'm the best player on this field, and I'm going to take this game over. And he just did. He took it over.
Yes.
All right, so now we get to the